we spot that this is a resolve a paradox question. The reasoning here is that in populous urban areas, people would earlier frequent cheap diners, and by doing so, they adapted to the lack of food storage options. Therefore, earlier they were buying fewer groceries, but after refrigerators came in use, they would have stopped frequenting these cheap diners and they would have rather started buying more groceries. This is the partial explanation. However, the discrepancy is that in areas where such cheap eateries were uncommon, the amount of groceries purchased still increased. That means there must be some other reason for an increase in the amount of groceries being purchased. Answer choice E gives a feasible reason, suggesting that people who purchased refrigerators overestimated the machine's capacity for keeping food fresh. That means they probably cooked more food, expected it to last longer, but because they overestimated the machine's capacity, the food must have got spoiled, leading to an increase in the amount of groceries purchased. This is a very interesting question. If you could reach choice E and through a complete and coherent reasoning, good job. E is going to be the correct answer choice. Let's still look at the other answer choices. Answer choice A ends up explaining why the groceries purchased increased in urban areas. However, this does not explain the discrepancy in suburban areas. Therefore, this answer choice fails to resolve the paradox. Choice B is an amateur answer choice. Please be skeptical about such answer choices. They are generally incorrect. If anything, this answer choice is simply additional information which may be good to know, but this answer choice does nothing to explain the increase in amount of groceries purchased, nor it explains the discrepancy in the partial explanation given in the second half of the paragraph. Choice B is probably the worst of the 5 answer choices. Answer choice C fails to explain the discrepancy explained in the last part of the passage. At best, this answer choice only reinforces the partial explanation for the increase in groceries purchased in urban areas, but because it does nothing to resolve the main discrepancy stated in the last part of the passage, this answer choice cannot be said to be explaining the contradiction here. Answer choice D is just additional information that has no impact on the reasoning nor in resolving the paradox mentioned around the partial explanation given by the argument. Choice E is the only answer choice that comes close to resolving the paradox. It does a fair job at it. E is the correct answer choice.